Heating and air conditioning contactor, or HVAC contactor, used in the HVAC industry. Question: we have on the contactor, we have the high volt on one side that when the contactor is pulled in, jumps from, just say, south to north, if we can use this analogy. And the low voltage is on the sides. Generally speaking, it's not a universal, but the low voltage would pull in this contactor. When it pulls in, this voltage here goes here, this voltage here goes here. So therefore this would turn on the condenser, fan motor, or the compressor. Sometimes these contactors are used with heat pumps in a heat strip scenario. That's kind of a different application, but it's pretty much the same. It may be the same contactor perhaps. But the question is, when one is trying to decide which is high voltage and low voltage, we'll just take this and break it down and act like this is a overlaid with invisible Cartesian plane. We have an x-axis and we have a y-axis. The y-axis, say, if we go north, so high and low, so this low, this goes high. So when it goes straight up in this direction, we can think of high voltage. On the x-axis, we can think of low voltage. So this would be where they intersect here. So hypothetically here, if we have say a south and a north, and goes north. So if this goes, generally speaking, if the contactor is straight up and down like this, now it may not be if the contactor were turned this way, you would have to use perhaps a different analogy. But if the contactor is straight up and down this way, then say the south and the north poles would be, if the contactor is vertically straight up and down, the south and the north poles would be the high voltage, and the east and the west the east and the west would be the low voltage. So, and the low voltage pulls in the coil here. The coil's located down here, as one can see on the side. There's the coil, so there's the low voltage terminal. And so basically, when this is energized, it'll actually pull in the plunger. So this is just an analogy. If you come up on it and just think of, this may not be a good, just think of your screws or your little taps here or whatnot. Think of this as high voltage, and then these little plug-ins here. Now you have the things where your spade connectors go here, and on top on both of these too. So, but generally speaking, your low voltage would be on each side. And generally speaking, this would be like a yellow wire or a red wire, and this may be a blue wire, your common wire to return the red, and the red or the yellow would be your hot wire energizing. The blue would be your return for your 24 volt, and then if it's straight up and down, we'll just say going north, this would be your high voltage. These terminals here would be considered your high voltage. So, and these little connectors I'm not sure if spade connectors is the correct terminology or not, but on the sides it would be turned. Now do keep in mind if the contactor is turned this way inside of the condenser, your low voltage is going to be on the side here, on both sides. Normally on both sides. That's not always the case, maybe, but I'm not sure on that. But do keep in mind, if it's on the side, it's to pull the coil in. But even if it's turned this way, this is going to be your high voltage, and this is going to be your high voltage. So just think of the top as your high voltage, and the sides as your low voltage. So this is to, and you have both voltages when you're dealing with a contactor. You have the low voltage to pull in the contactor. When it's energized, the coil creates maybe a magnetic field, pulls that down. This electricity goes from here to here and here to here. It's a very simple but brilliant little contactor. So anyway, low voltage side, high voltage on this side, this side, this side. So again, contactor, high and low voltage. And so thank you for watching and have a wonderful day.